welcome back to my channel. It has been some time, my friends. I know, I'm so sorry. I disappeared for a few months at the end of 2019, and I explained it all on my Instagram and on my blog, so if you are interested in knowing what happened during those few months, you can definitely check that out. I'll link it below. But I'm back and I plan on posting a lot more. I have a ton of ideas and I have been recording all throughout my holiday break, including this one, which is my 2020 or 2020 bullet journal setup. So I'm going really minimal this year, and honestly it's the best way for me because I no longer have time. I used to do a lot more artsy spreads because I was working from home, but now that I work full-time, I really just don't have the time for it, and because my schedule is super busy, I have to focus more on the actual things that I have to do as opposed to how my bullet journal looks. But I am still really happy with the way this came out. You know me, I'm a big minimalist fan, so this is like right up my alley. And basically what you saw in the beginning was a cheat sheet which shows some swatches of pens that I've used. And by the way, I'll link all of the items that I use in this video in the description box, so don't worry about that. You can find it all there. So basically I swatched some pens that I've been using. I also wrote down the numbers of how many boxes go down across and lengthwise and things like that, just so that I can refer to it throughout the year, because there is nothing worse than sitting down to do a spread and not remembering how many boxes, and you have to count and it just becomes a mess. Anyway, next is the year at a glance. I admit that I don't use this much, but I put it in this year, which is just a calendar with some space to put things in throughout the year. I did it this year so that I can keep track of what I post for Pies and Pros. I want to be really strict with that this year, so I added that in. And then the next page that is sort of like on a different angle is a reading log, which basically I'm going to put the title on one side, the date that I started, and the rating all the way at the end. And I'm going to actually pre-list this. Oh, hey Logan. Yeah, Logan decided he wanted to be in this video. So there you go. Goodbye. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pre-list my books is what I was saying for my reading log. And into this next page that I'm working on right now is the month at a glance, which, as you can see, it's a very basic calendar. And I'm starting on my trackers, which is like in the yearly glance. They're just mini calendars, and I'm just going to highlight things that I accomplish on the corresponding date. And my trackers are just for social media, so my blog, my YouTube, my Patreon, and my Instagram. And so I'm just going to highlight those throughout the month. Next off is my week at a glance, and as I've mentioned, I'm really aiming towards a minimalist vibe, and I'm going to stick with that throughout the year just because it's the best method for me at the moment. And I just went down the line of the days, and it's going to span across about a page, about that whole page, and then 3/4 of the other page is just going to be straight boxes. And you'll see that part that I already added in, but I didn't get it recorded. It's a brain dump section, and so the way I work is that I list everything that I have to do in the week in that brain dump section, and then I start penciling it into corresponding days, just so that I have backup to make sure that I'm doing everything that I need to do in that brain dump section. So that's it for my spreads. I hope you liked it. If you do, subscribe. I for sure am posting more videos in the new year. Thank you for sticking along if you've been sticking along, and I appreciate you so much. And hello to any new followers. I appreciate you so much. I hope you had a great new year, and I will see you in 2020.